ये है भारत एफएम।
बजेगा भारत, झूमेगा भारत।
दिस
Welcome everyone to the show Beyond Borders, and today we have a very special guest who is a scientist working towards the environment and lovingly working for the enrichment of the Mother Earth. And she is a naturopath healer who is healing the people through herbs and the things you have in your kitchen, and a very special three type of medicine or herbs, we say, through the nakshatra trees. So let's welcome our today's guest, Dr. Amit Puri. And there is a many things she is doing for the environment. Very warm welcome, Dr. Amit.
Thank you so much, Anjali, for inviting me, and I'm glad to be here at your platform.
Thank you so much for accepting our invitation, and I really want to congratulate you for the all wonderful work you are doing for Mother Earth and the nature.
Thank you.
So, doctor, when I was going through your profile and I was reading the work and everything, I realized a very special term called nakshatra trees, healing through the nakshatra trees and the herbs. So, mostly the people the know they like nakshatra asman mein hai ya planet ya constellation, but that thing nakshatra trees is a very special word, or we can not everyone I think know कि क्या होता है ये. Can you please shed some light what are these nakshatra trees and how people are getting benefits out of those trees, और आप कैसे heal करते हैं लोगों को उन herbs से और plants से, please.
Okay. Yeah. See, Nutan, nakshatra plants. Every human, first of all, let me clear what is nakshatra and how the nakshatra plants help us in healing. This is like every human being born on this earth is they belong to some or the other nakshatra. In totality, there are 27 nakshatras according to Hindu mythology, Indian mythology, and each nakshatra is having one dominant plant of its own. So it was in the year 2008 I have done PhD in botany. So while doing my research, I suddenly read one book that is written by Charak, that is called Charak Samhita. So I read in that book that there are 27 nakshatra plants. So I was the first subject of my research. I planted all those 27 nakshatra plants according to the angle given, provided, and accordingly, like whatever the procedure was written. And one of my desire got fulfilled, and I was very happy. And then I told it to everyone, to my friends and my family members. I did nakshatra plans for them. Just what you have to do if you are having some valid desire, like if you want to prosperity in your work or in your studies or something like this type of desire, if you are having any valid desire, then you can place these nakshatra plants accordingly. Like, we have to place it in an anti-clockwise circular fashion, in a circular way. There's a certain angle to each and every while placing these plants, and when you worship through the core of your heart, your desire gets fulfilled. So each 27 nakshatra is having 27 different kinds of plants. You can plant it, or you can also distribute these type of plants to different people. And what we are doing, we are greening the earth. There is no superstition attached to it, just you are planting. And what is the science behind this is that, like, we human beings or any animal on this earth, are we able to grasp the sun's solar energy? I'm that. No. And the ultimate source of energy on this earth is that sun, right?
Yes.
And we human beings or any type of animal is not capable enough to grasp that solar energy, but plants are having that simple pigment called chlorophyll, which we have read in our when we were small, when we are young, we have read that pigment about the pigment called chlorophyll, which grabs the solar energy and converts into chemical energy. And we human beings and all the animals on this earth are directly or indirectly dependent on plant for the energy, for our food, for our survival. So plants are very, very dominant. Actually, plants are the most adopted, most adapted, and most dominant living beings on this earth. This is what I believe in. And the solar energy grasped by those plants, when they can grasp the solar energy, so they can solve our different problems as well. So there are certain things which are unexplained, but it is there. So we heal by placing these green plants in a proper angle, and thus the human desires get fulfilled. And if there is any blockage in the nakshatra, or any blockage due to your past karma, it get healed up.
Wow, that's very wonderful. I mean, plants meeting the mythology.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
So, uh, like जैसे आपने बताया ये सारा प्रोसेस फॉर फ्यू थिंग्स लाइक जनरल लाइक हाउ दीज डेज अगर हम देखें तो जो सिकनेस है लोगों में तो फॉर फ्यू कॉमन थिंग्स व्हाट वी कैन हेल्प पीपल विद आप कौन सी चीजें सजेस्ट करेंगी लाइक इन द किचन some people have high blood pressure, some have diabetes, some has weight loss issues, hormonal diseases. तो ऐसे तो बहुत बिग एक वो हो जाएगा बट आई जस्ट वांट टू नो फॉर सम जनरलाइज like how to live that sustainable life when we are knowing about these trees like that's a special thing. I don't know how everyone or anyone can do that, like planting them, but still living in this life, how we can incorporate that plants and sustainable life to live better life.
Hmm. So I always say your kitchen is your medical store, right? And we all know with what type of genes we are born. By seeing your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, you slightly you know that okay, we are having the genes of diabetes, or we are having the genes of anything, cancer, or all human diseases which are there, which are genetically transferred from generation to generation. So
Right.
slightly we are aware of, okay, our genes are like that, so we have to take extra precaution to avoid the incidence of those genetic diseases, right? And there are certain diseases which happens due to environmental factor, due to your sedentary lifestyle, due to because we are not we are having different kind of problematic lifestyle, different kind of thinking due to stress and all those. So diseases are infectious, non-infectious diseases are also genetic, but we can avoid, we can take the precaution for the expected diseases which we can have, or in case we are already we are having certain diseases, then also the natural lifestyle can help us to minimize the problems which are generated due to incidence of diseases. Now, as you took the example of diabetes, in Indian tradition, as I am naturopath also, so in Indian tradition there are certain herbs, certain flowers, fruits, tree, and the plant parts, the leaves, etc., which we can, if we are involving in, if we are incorporating in our day to day life, then the insulin level is maintained, insulin resistance is maintained. Also there are certain micro and macronutrients in those plants. So these, by ingesting them in a proper amount, in a proper proportion, and there are certain herbs, so when to take, how to take, and how much to take, these
Yes.
all has to be taken care of. It's not if I have said ki gilo is very good, that is called a tinocordifolia. In the during this we had pandemic, right? So
Right.
during COVID pandemic, people thought that gilo is very good, so they started consuming it invariably. No, you have to, how much to consume, when to consume, and which part has to consume, and what are the procedures of consumption. So all these has to be taken care of, and then only you can help yourself to solve those health issues. Now during diabetes, I have explained, if you want to lose weight, then it is very, very easy. But why weight comes, there are certain factors. It is not only by eating fatty foods. Your weight may come because if you may be under stress, you may be having some worry, fear, anxiety. So there are hormone called cortisol, it increases in your body, and which lead to fat deposition in different cells of your body. So this is the one factor. Other factors are your sedentary lifestyle. You may be having some sedentary lifestyle, or you may be eating certain things which are not required inside your body, right? Your timing, how you are eating, how you are preparing your food. Suppose I told you कि if you are having cucurbitaceae plants, like cucurbitaceae means ghiya, tori, karela, parval, all these things, then your weight will go down. But what if your way of preparation of cooking is like involving fried foods?
Okay.
You are consuming cucurbitaceae family, which helps you to reduce weight, but the way of cooking is different, right? So all these things makes a whole lot of difference. And at AKP Healing India, we help to people to manage their weight issues, to balance their weight issues, and to minimize the fat content of their body, uh, increasing the energy levels by incorporating certain herbs according to their body type. Like all the bodies are of three different types: Vat, Pitta, and Kapha. So we have to identify what type of body they are possessing, and accordingly we provide them with different kinds of herbs, which increases their basal metabolic rate. Also, we do certain modification in their daily routine, like what modification they need, what is their lifestyle, what are their likings, and what they're eating. So we can change a bit, we can modify. We cannot entirely change their eating patterns, because then it is not sustainable. So according to their likes, dislikes, culture, tradition, so we adjust that way. And this is called the complete naturopathy. And if a person is having certain stress, then we give shirodhara, we have basti, all these small things, but with it is having far reaching effects in human body. So this helps them a lot. Suppose a person is suffering for cancer and he or she is going for chemotherapy, then I suggest them to have wheatgrass juice, 30 ml of wheatgrass juice. This will increase the antibodies in their body and help them to cope up with the incidence of different diseases. So this is small. I cannot explain. It
No,
is the
no.
subject so wide.
No, I understand. It is hard to explain and एक एक disease लेके अगर बताएंगे, that's not easy and depends on person to person. But फिर
Absolutely.
फिर भी एक जब हम बात कर रहे हैं एक जनरल ह्यूमन बीइंग और एक रूटीन लाइफस्टाइल और
Hmm.
इनकलकेट करनी है वो चीजें जो किचन में हैं, तो
Hmm.
सिंपल चीजें जो नॉर्मल बहुत फ्रीक्वेंट हेडेक होते हैं समर्स टाइम में इट इज लाइक लोग जल्दी डिहाइड्रेट हो जाते हैं तो वो लेट्स सपोज someone having diabetes what they should use in their home more what's in their kitchen what she or he can every day can consume and improve their health without those medicines. I mean, I'm not in against of medicine, they help us to come up, लेकिन अगर हम हर रोज मेडिसिन खाएंगे तो समडे दैट लेवल वो गो दैट हाई कि वो भी एक डोज बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. तो ऐसा लाइफ का स्टाइल जो हम एडअप करें और वो हमें सस्टेन रखे. नॉट इफ मेडिसिन इज देयर दैट्स ओके बट इट्स नॉट इंक्रीजिंग. वी शुड होप कि वो डाउन हो जाए. तो एक रूटीन बेसिक लाइफस्टाइल एज अ नेचुरोपैथ एज अ डॉक्टर यू वांट टू टेल और यू आर फॉलोइंग इन योर ओन होम फॉर योर सेल्फ. जस्ट फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल एक जनरल गाइडलाइन. फिर स्पेसिफिक डिसीजेस के लिए डेफिनेटली पीपल नीड एक्सपर्ट एडवाइस एंड देयर बॉडी टाइप्स एंड देयर नक्षत्र वेयर दे born.
Yeah, see, we are taking into consideration of the blood group, what is their blood group, their family history we take, and then what type of lifestyle they are having, what are their likes and dislikes, and what are their food habits, what is their routine, everything we take into consideration. And side by side we are healing three ways, that is physical healing, mental healing, and spiritual healing. When all these three healings they combine, then I take a surety, yes, the incidence of disease will decrease, the intensity of the disease will decrease, and the person will feel more energetic and more happier. So this is my agenda. Now coming to your question, diabetes, Nutan, as you said, what are the kitchen elements which we should involve for balancing the diabetic condition? I am telling you very, very, very simple things which a diabetic person should get through, which he or she can actually are having in their kitchen, right? First of all is if when we get up early in the morning, if we are, I'm giving options like whatever you are having, whatever is available, according to that you can adopt. First thing is ash god juice, white petha. We know,
Okay.
we all पेठा ash god juice, इसका कमंडल बनता है, we
हाँ
know,
जी,
right?
जी,
Yeah. So what we have to do, we have to peel that and remove the seeds. Just take 5 inches of ash god pulp and do it in a mixer grinder. Make the, adjust the volume to one big glass. And if you are having, if anybody, any diabetic person or person who is overweight, a person who is having bad cholesterol, if he or she is having one glass of ash god juice empty stomach early in the morning, this is helping them to combat the all these type of sedentary lifestyle diseases. Okay, because what happens is lot of things, lot of undigested food is there in our intestine. Now when we take ash god juice, it absorbs the entire undigested food from our intestine and throws it out from our body.
okay,
So this is actually very, very helpful. Other thing, the other option which a diabetic can have is methi seeds, trigonella. Okay. Now this methi seeds, we have to take 1 teaspoon of methi seeds and soak it overnight in a glass of water. And in the early morning, if you are having this glass methi seeds along with that water, this is also helps to lower your diabetic condition, lower your blood sugar level. Methi is very, very helpful. You can have methi as a seed, you can have methi leaves as a preparation as a vegetable, right? Then third thing which is for diabetic is jamun. Okay, jamun we all know. So jamun, in rainy seasons in India we have lots of jamun, black gooseberry, which is
yeah,
also called as Indian black gooseberry. You can have this jamun and don't throw the seeds of jamun. Preserve it, dry it, and make the powder of it. And if any person is having 1 teaspoon powder of jamun seeds along with the lukewarm water, it also helps to reduce your diabetic condition. Okay, and the science behind is they are having different mechanism which goes inside body. It is a feedback mechanism, and this way these principles can be explained in length, how they work, how it happens, how they go to blood, how it is absorbed, and how they help to reduce the blood glucose level. So these three things, as I have said, ashgod juice or methi seed juice, or as I said, the third one, uh, jamun seed powder, you can have all these things. Apart from this, we are having a beautiful flour called as doda paneer. So
okay,
just have to take 7 doda paneer flowers. It is called as doda paneer. Okay, it smell like paneer. It smell like cheese. So
okay,
these are small white flowers. Just you have to take 7 these small white flowers. Soak it overnight in a glass of water. In the morning, squeeze the entire water and just throw those flowers and have that water empty stomach. So this also reduces the blood glucose, blood sugar level. Just you have to perform this for 40 days. Then the next thing, ashwagandha. Ashwagandha herb is very, very powerful herb. You have to take ashwagandha powder just for 1 week, then take the break for another 1 week, and again next week you can have ashwagandha powder along with the water.
wow.
I hope you have understood.
Yes, yes, definitely. I mean, there's a clear, and these names are very common. जो especially जो आपने ये बोला डोडा पनीर that flower, ये मैं first time सुन रही हूँ. But apart of that, these things are like हम चलते फिरते या फिर किसी और से डॉक्टर से सुनते हैं. But like it is how much certification or certified level it has. It depends how the expert. If you are telling, okay, I'm sure that it is true and I can use in my lifestyle, and then how we can improve our health in that perspective. So
Yeah.
when you were talking about that, when there is any disease, you take care of mental, physical and spiritual well-being. Physical, I understand, आप physical activity कर रहे हो. How you are differentiating mental and the spiritual, and how you are working on that?
Okay. See, as I told you, I have some patients who are suffering from anxiety issues. There are some patients who are under deep stress. Some person they are having an depression, right? So how we as a naturopathy deal with that? This is your
Yes.
question, right?
Yes, yes,
So
this is my
I have
question.
clients who come to me for weight loss. आते हैं बोलते हैं अमित जी मेरा 1 महीने में आप वेट लॉस कर दीजिए, 1 महीने में 10 किलो कम कर दीजिए, कोई बोलेगा 15 किलो कम कर दीजिए, 5 किलो कम कर दीजिए, ऑल दोस है ना. Then I make them sit. I tell them this is your body type and this is how you're going to lose weight. आपका 1 महीने में मैं 10 किलो 15 किलो कम करवा सकती हूँ. कोई भी करवा सकता है, आपका खाना पीना बंद करवा देंगे और हो जाएगा. But I have never done this. Okay, because according to me, the proper weight loss, the for 4 to 5 to 6 kgs depending upon the age of the person and what ailments they are having, 4 to 6 kg is okay. But I have people who are suffering from stress, who don't sleep, who are having insomnia, okay, and they are not happy. So when the adrenaline level and the cortisol level is very high in their body, there are other hormones as well like ghrelin, which is the hunger hormone. It is very high in their body. Testosterone's level are very low. These are the hormones. And in females, when the estrogen hormones level of estrogen hormones is high as compared to the progesterone hormone, so all these factors play a role while uh, helping these patients to combat their stress, to combat their anxiety. And when I know, yes, the person is having hormonal imbalance. Most of the women, they are having hormonal imbalances when they are in the age of, when they are having menopause. So they are having different kinds of symptoms like hot flushes, cold flushes. They are very anxious. They are, they lose their temper. They are sad. They're worried. Now we make them sit, we talk to them, they come out with their problems. And while counseling, during when I counsel them, they come up with different problems which they are facing. And they need somebody to listen. The problem here is, like, when you're listening to someone, you should not be, you should be non-judgmental. The person should think, yes, she is with me, she is listening to me, and she is not going to judge me for whatever deeds I have done, whatever circumstances I am facing. So that is the first and most important thing for the counseling. When you sit with someone, at least try to understand what the other person is feeling and through what circumstances the other person is going through. Just feel the pains, feel the anxiety, what person is trying to say. First of all, listening itself is a treatment. Itself is a big treatment. First thing. Secondly, we also have shirodhara. Like, person is having lots of anger issues. There are many people who are having anger issues.
Yes.
So, Shirodhara is a technique where the patient is lied down, and we slowly and gradually we put certain liquid on their forehead. We, like, we are having a matka kind of thing, pot kind of thing. We open it, and then very slowly and gradually the liquid oil, herbal oil, or the Ayurvedic oil, which is meant to remove the anxiety and the stress condition. Or we also use curd, or we also use milk. These are just dropped on the center. This is called the Ajna Chakra, center
Okay.
of the head. And this for at least for 30 to 45 minutes. And after that, we give a massage, nice massage on their this head, forehead, and the complete head. Okay. Now this massage may involve only head portion or the neck portion, because everything of, we are having many nerves in our brain called as cranial nerves. We have many nerves on our spine called as spinal nerves. So these nerves need to get relaxed. to remove the anxiety. So this is the first step. Second step, Shirodhara. Third, what we give, some of the patients who come with the anxiety issue and the stress issue or the worry, they are very, and we have to treat them mentally. They are having cervical pain. Cervical pain is the pain at the back of your neck here. Here,
Yes.
okay. So we have to put certain oil that is called Basti Kriya in naturopathy. We give them
Mm.
Basti. So this way we are trying to treat them by listening to their problems, being with them all the time. And I take it a point ki if the person is coming to me for therapy, I sit with him or her and listen to him or her nicely, and subsequently giving them different kind of treatment which he or she requires to combat the mental issue. Okay, so my treatment, as I said, it's also meant to remove all the mental stress and anxiety. And third, as you asked about the spiritual, how being religious and being spiritual are two different things. A person can belong to any religion, he can be the follower of any religion, but being spiritual, when they come to me, like I just ask them, do you know yourself, who you are? Just ask yourself who you are. Okay, Nutan. Nutan,
Ji.
now you're sitting at US. You were in India also, but just close your eyes and ask yourself who I am. Anybody watching this show, please close your eyes and just ask yourself who I am. Okay, answer will come to you who you are. When we introduce ourselves to our friends, we say our I'm doctor, I'm engineer, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that, what not. And then we say I'm the daughter of this so and so, I'm the wife, I'm the mother of so and so, I'm the sister, all those things. We give our introduction, but what introduction we give to ourselves? Okay, so whatever you are, you should know that. All my patients, I ask this question ki who you are, you have to know. And what are the things which give you happiness? What are the things which you have received free of cost? The things which you cannot, for which you need not to spend any money.
Right.
I'm asking from you, can you answer what are the things for which you have got free of cost? You need not to spend money.
From the nature or from myself?
For yourself, I ask who you are and what are the things which God has given, or the nature, or your environment, or your life has given you free of cost. Yeah, so many things, Nutan.
Yeah.
So many things.
Right.
Air, okay, air, place where you are living, the food which you are eating. You need not to pay every time what you eat. There's
Definitely.
somebody earning for you. Somebody.
Yes. Yes.
We
Yes.
were child
Yeah, we
when
have,
we were young,
we have, yeah, yeah.
our parents, they were earning for us, right? Now somebody is there who is earning for us, or we are earning ourselves. Okay, na? So there are many things which we are getting free of cost, like water. We were getting water free of cost earlier, but now we have to purchase water. We have to go to market and then have that water. We cannot give these water which is available to our children because we find it unsafe, right?
Right.
So are we doing anything to conserve the free things which we are getting for the upcoming generation? Only three questions I ask. First one is who you are. Second, what are the free things available to you? And are you doing something to conserve those things so that your future generation also get them for free? Right?
Right. Right.
Everybody
Perfectly.
so much unhappy. मुझे ये नहीं मिला, मुझे उसने ये बोल दिया, है ना? He or she has told me something and I was not able to reply back. ये सारी चीजें, people are very much unhappy just thinking about all these things. But the thing is that either we get experience or we get good results. If we are not getting positive results, at least we are getting the experience, right?
Right. Right.
So you need not to be unhappy because we came alone, we have to go alone. हम क्या सोचते हैं, we have come to this earth और हम lifelong रहने वाले हैं. It is not this, it is not so. And the fact that each and every person will go, whosoever has come they will go. तो जो थोड़ी सी जो जर्नी है हमारी, ब्यूटीफुल जर्नी है, why not to make it more beautiful, why not to enjoy it, why not to be happy, and why not to fulfill our dreams which we really want to. So
Right.
both the things are important. Like, I say economy and ecology goes hand in hand because both have word eco in that, right?
Right.
So earning is very important if you want to preserve the ecology, that is the environment. Earning is very important if you want to do some philanthropic work. Agar if you want to do some social work, then you need to earn. You cannot use your husband's money or your father's money or your and the money which you have inherited,
Right.
right?
Right. Very true.
And अब मैं थोड़ा सा change कर रही हूँ actually. There are a few people, they come to me and they say I'm not happy and my husband is not providing me with. I say, you talk about women empowerment. We talk a lot about women empowerment and all, right?
Definitely.
So, so if our husbands are usually 2 or 3 years or maximum 5 years older to us, and if they can take care of our family, the complete household by earning, then why can't we do? We should
Right.
also, when we are demanding something, then we should also go and earn, right? And
Definitely.
make them do the household work along with us. It is all about equality. It is not about we need everything and they have to work. It's not like both of us, we have to work together. Either it is earning or doing household chores. So this is what I believe in. So this way you have to just divert your patients, their thinking process. Whatever problems they are facing, you have to listen it properly and give them advice nicely. It should not be like a preaching, no you have to do this, agar ye nahi karoge to theek nahi. No, it should not like, it should not be like that. You say, just make them realize where they are wrong and where they should not, where there are some things like sometimes they are right also. Then do you have to make them realize where they have to stand for themselves.
Right.
So
Right.
this way, mental healing, and I have told you about different treatments which we are giving, like Shivtaka Basti and different head massages with the Ayurvedic oil. I make my own Ayurvedic oil and different products also we make. So those products we use while treating our patients, and all these products are plant-based, botany, plant-based and real and herbal, very pure, and we know how to use, when to use, how much to use. So this is the way.
Wow. I mean, this is itself a session you are taking when I'm talking to you. So it is not, जब आप बोल रहे थे मेरे दिमाग में उन चीज़ों को लेके सवाल तो आ रहे थे, but I wanted to listen to you कि आप क्या बोल रहे हो, because I can feel how you are healing the people to asking what you actually want. Your disease might be coming from some other reason. Maybe you are unhappy and that increasing your diseases. Maybe you are
It hap-
all
it happens because there's now it is scientifically proved, Nutan, that there is a channel, brain and gut channel.
yes,
Okay, it is scientifically proven. You also know, you must be knowing this. You are science student.
yes,
Like whatever we are thinking here, it is affecting our gut, right?
definitely,
Entry
definitely,
canal, the tube, like people who don't know what is alimentary canal, like it is a complete organ which helps the food to digest and absorb inside our body. So whatever we are thinking here, it is affecting our gut. And if our gut is not working properly, then it is going to affect our blood circulatory system completely. And this blood, it will affect the different organs of our body, the hormones, the lymphatic system, the skeletal, each and every organ of the body is affected due to this, right? So whatever we think, it is having a huge impact on our physical body. Okay.
Right. I get it.
And all know there are different kinds of glands. Pituitary gland, we are having hypothalamus, and there's a hormone called human growth hormone,
Yes.
right?
It's
So,
CG.
yes.
HG, HGH, right?
Yes, correct. So human growth hormone, it is secreted by pituitary, and thyroid stimulating hormone, it is secreted by pituitary gland, and this impacts the T3 and T4 in our thyroid gland. And similarly, we are having different kinds of hormones which are being governed by the glands which are situated in our brain,
Right.
right?
So,
So we need to have a proper thinking process. We have to sleep on time, because sleep also has a lot of impact on our physical health. So if we are
okay.
sleeping on time, getting on time, our daily routine should be well maintained. If all these are working nicely, then we will never fall sick. Okay.
Okay. Definitely.
Okay,
Right. You
we
are
wrap now.
bringing.
I I think I have explained all the three aspects: physical, spiritual, and mental aspects. So
Yes, you did, and very wonderfully you did. And I can relate myself. I can relate even the whole family members. कौन क्या कर रहा है जिससे क्या हो रहा है. So
yeah.
that's I mean pretty gist of the whole science you gave, and I can understand how we showed on. I think our viewers also can correlate how their lives are going on. So as you were talking about the physical, mental, and the spiritual part, usme aapne one spiritual part you have asked, that ask yourself who you are. The second, what you are getting free, and what you are giving to your future generation. I mean, who get to know yourself, what you are getting, what you are not paying, and the third one, serving to others, that gives peace to you, that's going to the future generation. So when we are serving, when we are coming to the third part and serving the next generation, how in that context, how we can inculcate those habits in our kids, in the education system or in the cultural environment or the other things going around, so that if we learn through the hard way, we can teach our kids in the easier way to sustain that holistic lifestyle, that natural healing way, or we are not harming the ecological system and the ecosystem, and all the flora and fauna is surviving nicely. How we can pass this, or what suggestions you have for the people around to inculcate in their life for their kids and their families.
Okay, Nutan. First of all, the answer to this question is that you have to live in gratitude. Whatever we are having, we have to be very grateful for that. Okay. Each and every person is born with something or the other. Like, we need not to compare ourselves with any other person.
Okay,
Everyone is getting their share of bread. Okay.
definitely.
So need not to compare ourselves with others, what they're having. अरे बाप रे, उसके पास तो ये है ना, मैं उससे ज्यादा क्वालिफाइड हूँ, तो मेरे पास ये क्यों नहीं है, राइट? मैं तो उससे ज्यादा खूबसूरत दिखता हूँ या दिखती हूँ, ऐसा क्यों मेरे साथ हो रहा है? ऑल दोज थिंग्स, नो. You have to be grateful for what you are, and you have to improve yourself
Right.
what you are at present. Okay. तो इसके लिए how we can inspire upcoming generation, एक there is a saying in Guru Granth Sahib, वो मैं बताती हूँ आपको क्या है, and then I will
जी.
translate it.
जी.
आपे भवर फूल फल तवर, आपे जल थल सागर सरवर, आपे मच कच करना कर, तेरा रूप ना कथना जाई. That means you yourself are flower, fruit, and tree. You yourself are water, land, and air. You yourself are a fish and a turtle. You are the causes of all cause. So these thing we have to transfer it to upcoming generation, that Actually, you are the causes of all cause. Whatever is happening to you, good or bad, it is because you are the cause of it. Like, if something bad has happened to you, suppose you were expecting something and it has not happened. Okay, you tried your best, but you have not received. Okay,
Yes.
so person will say, the child will say, how I am the cause of it. I tried my best, but I have not achieved that.
Right.
Right. So if you have not achieved that, it may be not for you. It may not be for you, right? Like here also, I will give one example to you. One person was traveling and suddenly something very urgent came and he cancelled his flight. And in the next day in the newspaper, he heard that there was a plane crash in the same flight in which he was traveling. So God saved him, right? And Nutan, again, I will say, whatever you are teaching to upcoming generation, you have to follow that. We have to follow that.
Right.
Like we say, I usually say ki plant trees, save nature. And if I am not doing that, there is no use of it. Just saying there is no use of it. If I am saying that keep your weight in control, have a check on your health, and if I am not doing for myself, it's no use,
Right.
right? So you have to adopt what you are saying. First of all, you have to become your role model for your ideas. Whatever ideas you're having, you have to inculcate those ideas in your day-to-day life. Again, I will quote one thing कि कवन कारस सिरजे जग भीतर जन्म कवन फल पाया. That means, for what purpose you have come on this earth, identify your purpose of coming on this earth, your goals and aims. Start working towards your aim and goals, because your attitude today will decide the altitude of your success tomorrow. Whatever work you are doing today, good or bad, it will have impact in the coming time. So these things we have to tell to our children, that okay, this is good and this is bad. If you will go on this path, you will have a wonderful result. But if you offer the other path, it may create a lot of problem for you. Now it is up to them with which path they have to choose, right? They have to decide themselves. We can just show them the way where to go, but we cannot walk on their path. They have to
Yeah.
walk themselves, right?
Right. Definitely.
So they take the correct decision, they take the correct way. For that, you have to be an example, you have to set an example. Suppose, like, when I was young, so my mother gave lot of time for me in making me study, and in grooming me and doing all the things for me. And then I got married.
Okay.
I took gap from my profession, because it comes automatically when you have children and you have different responsibilities. It comes automatically. And one day I went to meet my mom, and she asked, okay, now you also have daughter, what are your plans for her? I said, okay, I will make her study in good college, and I will also groom. She should be the best looking and intelligent girl. She said, everything will go waste. I said, why? Because I have done the same. She said, I have invested my time, a lot of time and love for you, and you are not doing anything. You're just sitting at home. You understood? You
Wow.
got my. So,
Yes.
whatever you are expecting for your daughter or your son, you have to do it for yourself,
Right.
because
So
mere talking, you cannot. After some time, your children will say, "अरे आपने क्या किया इतना पढ़ लिख के?" Right? या आप क्या
definitely,
कर?
definitely. I
So
agree. This is like if we are not playing the sports and we are encouraging our kids that you should play the sport, they say, "आप कौन सा sports खेलते हो?"
yeah,
How? So I totally agree with your thought that what you want the future generation to do, you have to show them that you are doing that.
absolutely, absolutely. And it's not important कि somebody gets success early. Like sometimes we think कि अरे उसको तो बहुत जल्दी वो settled हो गई है, settled हो गया है, he or she is earning a lot and all. So it's not everything takes time. किसी को जल्दी मिलता है, किसी को थोड़ा late मिलता है, right? So there is one story again. There was one person, he bought two plants. So he gave equal light and watering and manure to both the plants. One of the plants started, sprouting, beautiful leaves. They come and then started flowering, and the plant was of rose plant. It was a shrub and completely blooming and all. So he was so happy. Oh my God, he is having fragrant flowers. But the other plant, it grew only 2 inches in first year, 4 inches in the second year, and in the third year only 6 inches. And he was cursing to that plant, why you are not growing? See the other plant, it is having all the flowers. Then in 5 years time, suddenly he saw the plant, which was very small, it went to the height of 30 feet, and that plant was bamboo plant. It was deepening its root inside the soil so that it can reach the highest height,
Right,
right? It was strengthening its root. It also attained its success, but it took bit more time.
right.
So don't get disheartened by कि मुझे क्यों नहीं जल्दी मिल रहा. Everybody have their own share of bread, as I said, own share of luck and own share of success.
That's very inspiring. Those words are so calming to feel that. I mean, you are saying it, but I can feel it and hope everyone can relate with these things that these are the basic for any success. So
Absolutely.
if you are trying to improve in your life, there is a lot for you. That's what I'm saying, it's not mine, that universe has everything for everyone. You don't have to snatch from someone and you don't have to give yourself to someone.
Absolutely.
So that's a wonderful part. And as we know, and I heard a lot about that, you are working for women empowerment. You made two documentary on the special part of women tribe in the part of India's, and what else? Like you are working towards the environment, you are making the, you are creating forest, and that was so like listening, wow, this is a wonderful thing that someone is doing for the earth. So what's your message and what you want give it to other viewers and your listeners who, and the people who follows you, that how we can help environment to sustain, how we can be the part of that sustainable ecosystem, and we are living and we are enriching our environment. As you are working a lot, please give us that piece of advice which everyone can follow or everyone should follow for our beautiful environment, and so that we can give it as a gift to our future generation.
Okay. See, Nutan, my message to the society is like whatever dream you are having. Like my dream was to save environment and to work for environment, whatsoever it may be. Environment like by planting trees and saplings, by creating generating forests, by making seed bombs and seed laddus, by having the concept of green Ganesha, tree Ganesha, and all those innovative ideas, whatever I am inculcating in our day-to-day life. Secondly, I also wanted to document the small, these are small things like we say these are, but exactly it is not small thing. Our desi nuskhas, how to combat fever, how you need not to take painkillers every time, you need not to take analgesic every time. So how to combat that, how to increase your immunity, like in India we are having haldi wala doodh. है ना,
Yes.
किसी को चोट लगती है, our mothers we used to give to our children haldi wala doodh. Now this haldi wala doodh has come to Starbucks as turmeric latte.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
So I want to conserve and preserve our Indian tradition in all the aspects. The good things about our tradition, our culture, the good things, not the dakyanusi baate nahi. I don't believe on those things, but the good things which already are there in Indian tradition, it is very very scientific. We should adopt them. And then this is a small example, as I told about turmeric latte. And my take on this is for the upcoming generation is start writing, start documenting the Indian traditional things. We need to document our things, right?
Right,
People have not documented. We don't have respect for our Indian traditional knowledge.
right.
So some people they say, अच्छा ये वैद्य वैद्य हैं, इनको क्या पता होगा, है ना, कोई
Hmm.
डिजीज थोड़ी ना ठीक कर सकता है इन सब चीजों से,
Right,
है ना. But yes, but you can create, you can make your uh, human body a powerhouse. You can enrich your body by adopting simple techniques which are already available with your daddies and nannies and mummies. Okay, you should ask them. Okay, now you are putting this jeera in this. Why? What is the what? Why you are putting jeera? Why you are putting these type of spices? Why you are putting ginger, turmeric? And what is the scientific reason behind it? Start studying more and more about the plants and the phytochemical aspects of the plant, the biochemical aspects of the plant, and the food with what you eat, and the routine. Ayurveda has a daily routine also. They have a complete day routine, like कितने बजे उठना है, कितने बजे सोना है, कितने बजे खाना है. In Western lifestyle, we say कि you should have breakfast king style. We
yes,
need not to have king style breakfast. Our body is not made to have king style breakfast, right? Ayurveda में लिखा हुआ है, Nutan, only eat twice a day. Now they have come with intermittent fasting.
right.
What is that? Eating twice a day in Ayurveda, as they suggested, is intermittent fasting only.
Right, right, definitely. Everything is coming back, what we
Yeah,
had. So it is like the common thing, what we were like, okay, we all, the East is always looking for the validation of West, but we already have what they are researching. So I think we should follow more our tradition. And I understood what you are saying, the documentation part. It's like if we are writing, it's moving through the generations. And
absolutely.
एंड दैट्स हाउ वी लाइक अगर हम हिंदी में देखते हैं तो ब्रेकफास्ट इज द स्वल्पाहार ऐसा आहार जो कि छोटा थोड़े में लेना है नॉट द किंग
Absolutely.
साइज
Yeah. You're right. तो ये सारी चीजें जब सन अब पूरी तेजी पे होता है, 12 बजे दोपहर के टाइम, उस टाइम वी शुड फील हंगर. According our hunger should it should go like sun goes. When the sun is in its full intensity, then we should eat heavy food. When it starts setting, we should have very less food. And when the sun sets, we should not have any food. Okay, so ये एक छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं. These are the small examples. And I really want to give message to upcoming generation, to our generation as well, कि start respecting your own traditions, your own culture, start documenting it. Even you can write poetries, you can write books, you can also create blogs.
राइट
You, as you are having podcasts, you can have podcasts. You should inculcate, you should just present your India on international platform with all the scientific reasoning, and they will definitely accept it.
Definitely. Incredible. I mean, I would say that's all the voice, the energy, it's inspiring me. And I hope that everyone who all are listening, this session is really inspiring and informative for everyone for their lifestyle and presenting India and our ancient wisdom and the culture. And I am really blessed to have you on this show. And you please, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom here. And we would definitely will get you again for the other parts or the other information. Thank you so much, Dr. Amit, and coming here and giving us the chance to have you on our platform.
Thanks for inviting me, Nutanji. Lots of blessings to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.